Okay. So thanks for jumping on, you guys. I wanted to do this team Zoom. Last week we didn't have one, and I have been watching these girls, Amy and Amanda, just killing it on social media with host to post, like we've been talking about and we've been working on with our team. But they've been doing host to post not only on Facebook, but on Instagram as well. And I'm going to give a shout out to Amy because she was actually the number 5 loyal customer enroller in the entire company last month. Was it last month, Amy?
Yeah, it was month of May.
The month of May. Mm-hmm. So that's freaking amazing. And we want to learn from that, right, you guys? Like, this is who we want to learn from, is the people who are doing the work, but they're getting the results that we all are looking to achieve with this. So I thought, why not interview them and see, hear a little bit about their story and how they got into what they're doing now. And maybe they can kind of explain how they're doing these host to post and how they're getting the feedback and the people that are responding back to them and how their conversations are going and all that stuff to be able to get these customers and distributors signed up. So I just want you guys to mute your phones if you're not Amy or Amanda. Let me just make it easier for me. And that way they can talk and be heard. So who wants to go first, Amy or Amanda? And I'd like you guys to just tell your story and how you got started with It Works and just what you've been doing to be signing some customers and distributors and things like that, what you're doing with your host to post.
Amanda, or should I go first?
Good. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to work.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amy. I'm sorry, I look like a hot mess right now. So I am from Philadelphia, and I'm 24 years old. I started in the business 4 years ago. And like Tammy was saying, host to post has been like a really big game changer, especially for me personally and for my team too. So Tammy, did you want me to just like go ahead and explain like how I do it basically?
Yeah, like maybe start with like how long you've been working with host to post and playing around, because I know it's always trial and error sometimes with these things. So I kind of meddled in host to post when Rachel Jones started posting about it. And then I didn't really feel like I was getting a whole lot of feedback. And then I started it again just recently, and I've been getting a lot of feedback and a lot more positive, interaction and interest and that type of thing. So maybe, if you've been doing it a little while, how long you've been doing it and, how you've progressed into what you're doing now.
Yeah. So I always tell people, if you're not getting the results that you're not getting with host to post, it's because you're not doing it long enough. So I've been doing host to post since April 12th or April 13th, and it's now June 18th or something. So I've been doing it almost every day since April 12th and April 13th. That's why I've been getting the results that I've been getting. So if people tell me, oh, well, I'm not getting the results that I want or whatever, but they only been doing it for like a week. No, that's not how it works. So you have to be consistent, not even in the business. Like, if you want to lose weight, you have to be consistent. If you want results, then like.
What the hell's the volume on this thing?
If you want results in the business,
where's your volume?
Doing it every day. So I always tell people that. So if one of my team members come to me and they're like, oh, well, no one's answering me, like everyone's saying yes, but then they stop answering me after I tell them the cost. I'm like, well, how long have you been doing it? And then they tell me, oh, like only 2 weeks. I'm like, there you go, there's your answer. So for me, like I first started on Facebook with host to post, and it was really working out really well. So I can tell you like basically how I go with host to post, like exactly what I say. So this Zoom is going to be recorded, so I guess you can just write your notes down later. But so I've been doing it on Facebook first for a while, and then I moved over to Instagram. But I feel like Facebook has more, like I got more results from Facebook for some reason. I don't know why, I just do. But I still do it on Instagram too, just because I still get customers, I still get distributors on Instagram, but I got more results on Facebook, but I suggest doing it for both. So for me, I message at least 100 people a day. So no less, 100 people a day, almost every day, basically every day. Like today, I messaged like 150 people this morning. So let me see. So when I message people, like I go through my messenger list, like even my old customers or like my potential loyal customers, basically anyone that I know, and I go through my whole messenger list and I say, hey girl, do you mind doing me a favor? They're either going to say yes, no, or they're not going to answer at all. The people who don't answer me, that's fine. Like I have so many other people that I can reach out to. So people who say yes to me, they'll say yes, like what is it? And then I say, looking at my other phone, I say, it's nothing crazy, but I'm really trying to help the girls on my team. So I am doing several giveaways to win free products. There is no purchase required for you to enter. You just share a post for me on Facebook and IG. You will automatically get entered in it just by sharing. Do you mind? ? Exclamation point. Normally they answer because you're saying like, really, it's not really a big deal. Just share a post for me and then you'll get entered in my drawing. So so that's what I say to them. And then whenever they say yes, I send them the post that I want them to send. Some people do like keto coffee host a post. I just stick with the cleanse because that's what's worked for me. So I'm not going to change it if it's like still working, you know what I mean? So I send them the post and I say, hi everyone, my friend Amy is looking for 5 models to try the cleanse. It's all natural in only 48 hours. It's gentle and aloe based and you can eat on it. People are losing anywhere between 2 to 8 pounds from this. Please comment below if you're interested. And then I send them a before and after picture of a cleanse. So I go between 2 photos for the cleanse and then they just post it for me. So everyone who comments on the person who hosts post for me, everyone who comments, I like it. And I message and I comment back and I say messaging you or message you. So I message everyone and then I message them and I say, hold on one second. I say, hi, are you interested in information about the detox? They answer yes. And I say, awesome. So I have an amazing herbal detox cleanse that is gentle on the body. It's a 2-day system. It will detox and replenish your body. It helps with weight loss, fatigue, bloating, energy, mood, sleep, food cravings, and concentration. It's gentle so you can eat on it and you're not rushing to the bathroom. I'm looking for 2 more people to become a product model for 3 consecutive months, and I'll give you my discounted price. Is this something you'd be interested in? Normally, everyone says yes. When they say yes, I say, normally it's a $60 cleanse plus a one-time $50 membership fee. But because you're being a 90-day product model for me, I'm going to completely drop the $50 fee, and you're going to have to pay $36 each month for 3 consecutive months. So 1 this month, 1 order in July, and 1 in August. Would you like me to place an order for you? So make sure, I don't know if you guys know about text replacements. I don't know if Tammy told you guys about text replacements, but make sure every month that you're changing the months. So like next month, change it to 1 this month, 1 in, I forget, like what, no, wait. So next month is going to be July. So say 1 this month, 1 in August, and then 1 in September. So make sure that you're like changing the months too. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people, like this really like gets people interested because you're telling them, hey, look, like I have a $60 cleanse plus a one-time $50 membership fee. But hey, look, like if you're going to become a product model for me, I'm going to completely drop the $50 fee. Like you're being straight up with them. Like there is a $50 fee, but I'm just going to drop it for you. And I'm just going to give you the 2-day cleanse for $36 each month for 3 months. So they're like, wow, like that's such a good deal. So that they're like, yeah, of course. So after that, I ask them, like, I give them an option. Do you want me to walk you through my website or do you want me to grab your information and process for you, because I know some people, they don't like to give out their card information. And I know normally people just ask like, oh, like, what's your information? I'll just process it for you. But I like to give them options, and I feel like they're more comfortable with that. And they'll tell me, okay, walk me through it. Or they'll say, all right, just grab my information. So they have options. So then I just say, like, I just need your full name, address, billing and shipping, email, phone number, date of birth, name on card, card number, expiration date, and that's it. And they just send me it. So the beauty to this is that I control the whole conversation. So the whole script, like, you're controlling the whole conversation. So 90 to 95% of my conversation is like the same, because I'm basically like telling them, okay, it's going to be for 3 consecutive months. I'll give you my discount price. Obviously they're going to ask, how much is it? Then I tell them how much it is. So yeah, that's basically how I do it. And make sure that you're doing it every day. So if you're doing host to post and you're only doing like 1 time a week, it's not going to work. You're not going to get the results that you're going to want to get. So the reason why I signed up a lot of customers, is because I do it every day, and you have to make sure that you're following up as well.
That's awesome. So Amy, when you're saying you're doing host to post every day, for those who haven't been doing it, or those who just haven't been doing it every single day, what are you posting to get people to comment on it? So like, I know that we do something like, I've been doing, who would like $135 in free product type of a thing. And it's basically the Fit 5 that I'm giving away for anybody who will host a post, or the free cleanse post or something like that. Are you just switching it up and doing different things every time? Or is it virtually the same post every single day that you're posting?
Like the post that I tell people to post for me?
No, your post on social media. Or are you talking about that you're just messaging every day, not posting on your Facebook or Instagram, trying to get people to comment on it?
Oh yeah, so I also do that too. Like, I message people every day to host a post for me, but I don't do this every day, but I remember like last week or a week and a half ago, I posted something on my Facebook page saying like, who would want to try out the cleanse for free. And then like, I described the cleanse, and I got like almost 200 comments on that. So all those people who comment, I message them, and it's the same thing. Like, I'm doing I'm trying to help out my team, and I'm giving away free products. There's no purchase required. Would you be able to post something for me on your Facebook? Normally people will say, yeah, because I want to try out the free cleanse. I'll put you in my drawing, like, to win the free cleanse. So that's another way to do host to post. You can do a status on Facebook too, saying that, comment below if you're interested in trying out the free cleanse.
Yeah. Okay. And that's what I've been doing that as well, and sharing that with our teams as well. Just different ways of doing it. And honestly, I agree with you. It's all about consistency, and it's not about, I have daily tasks that I do for a small group chat, and some of you guys are in here that are on that group chat, but it's like, I'll give you a different task for the day, but if you're not doing things consistently day in and day out, you're not going to see the results compared to somebody like Amy, who's been doing it day in and day out for 2 months. I mean, yes, she got the number 5 LC enroller, but she is working her business steadily, 100 messages a day, every day for 2 months. Like, if you want to see those kind of results, are you willing to do that kind of work? And that's kind of what I wanted to get you guys on here and to talk about. And Amanda, I'm going to have you talk in just a minute here, but, just to see that you don't just do one host to post and then sit there and wait for everybody to start pouring in. I've had a couple really good host to posts, but I've also had a lot of not very good host to posts, and you don't see that, sometimes you just see the ones with the 50 million comments, but you also don't see that you have to go through and message every single one of those people and follow up with every single one of those people. And that's a huge part of it too. So thank you for sharing that.
Quick question, Terry.
Yeah.
So how are you guys keeping track? I mean, are you So I had a good, for me, it's a good host to post today. And I've just been writing down like the people that did the host to post. And then I wrote next to the names, like LC from host to post. Like I'm just trying to get an organized list, I guess, if you would. How are you guys, when you get that many comments and that many people, how are you keeping track of it? And like who to follow up with, I guess.
Amy, you want to answer that?
Yeah. So I keep all of my, like I keep organized in this little book right here that Stephanie and Joel gave us. So every day I write down the date and I tally every how many people that I message every day. You can see like how many people I message, and then everyone who hosts a post for me, I write down their name, all right here. I write down their name. So that's how I keep track of everyone. I tally how many people that I reach out to, and then I write down everyone who actually posts for me, because those can be potential distributors for me too. So yeah, that's how I keep track, because I can even go back and follow up with those people who actually posted a status for me too. So I don't know if you want me to like talk about getting distributors from host to post too. So
I was about to tell you to tell them how you do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So everyone who hosts posts for me, and if I see they get like 4 or more comments on their host to post, I'm going to automatically think that they're going to be great for the business because they have so much interest on their post. So I message them and I say, oh my God, I can't believe all the interest you have. Thanks so much for posting, but girl, you can be earning an extra income from this. Have you ever thought about it? Then they automatically think like, you know, like, oh my God, like I really can be earning an extra income from this. So it gets them thinking. So even if they didn't like think about it before, they're like thinking about, oh, like maybe I could do this. So from host to post, I've signed up this month like 5 distributors from host to post. So everyone that I contact for host to post to become like a distributor, I always highlight it. Like I highlight it so I know to go back to follow up with them. Like, oh, I haven't talked to Susie in forever, so let me go back and follow up with her if she showed interest. So like that's a way to get potential distributors too.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. And I know I just saw Suzanne ask Amy, can you share the DT wording?
Yeah.
I can post all the wordings in our team page underneath. When I share the Zoom, I can post the scripts underneath it. The only thing I don't think I have, Amy, is your wording from, it probably is the DT wording.
Okay.
But,
you want me to send it to you later?
If you wouldn't mind, because that
No.
way we can get it all out to everybody at once,
Mm-hmm.
and then and you can share this all with your team as well. I mean, I'm sure you already have, but that way, you know, it's not like, I don't want it to get lost in a message here, because I want people to be able to write it down or have it, you know, in their phone. So, and then we'll talk more about, I mean, I have talked about the what is it, the text
replacement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have something in our team page about text replacement and shows people how to do it, and there's actually a bunch of text replacement ideas and options in there that I did a long time ago. So you guys can search that in the group page, and it shows you step by step how to do text replacement. So, and then we'll recap it with like the host to post type thing, because it does make it easier, especially when you're messaging 100 people a day. Okay. So if anybody has any more questions for Amy, just post them in the group chat, and then I'm going to have Amanda talk for a little bit and tell her story, and she's been a guest on a couple of our Zooms too, but we'll have her talk about her experience with this as well.
Hey, so I don't really know what else to say, because I basically do almost exactly what Amy does, literally exactly what she does. So she started first. She said April is when she started, and she was like signing up all these loyal customers, and I'm just like, why? How is she signing up all these loyal customers? I knew she was doing that, but I wasn't sure if she was doing it every day, consistently, whatever. I don't talk to her every single day, even though we're sisters. But so I started doing it after, and I started doing it, but here and there, like not consistently, like how she was doing it consistently. And then the reason why I wasn't doing it consistently was because you know how like you were talking about how you post a status and talking about how to get free stuff or something. Well, I did that like a long time ago, and I actually did host a post, which I didn't realize it was host a post. And what I did was I asked people to share a status for me, and if they got loyal customers out of it, then they got a free product. That's how I did it before. So, and it was super overwhelming for me because I'm still working. I don't job consists of hands. So for those of you who work, you can still do this. Use text replacement. So what I do now, instead of doing a status and telling people to comment, I do what Amy do. All I do is I just message people, and I don't care who it is. On Facebook, I'm a little bit more. I look at people who I message because I do have a lot of distributors on there, so I don't want to message a distributor and ask them to host a post for me. So I do check that. But as far as Instagram goes, I just I just message, hey, will you do me a favor? Hey, will you do me a favor? Hey, will you do me a favor? Hey, I have a question for you. But for Facebook, I do check, and I do exactly what Amy does, exactly what she says. And I use text replacement, and it's so much easier because I do nails. So it's just so much easier for me to just do like H1, H2, H3. Like that's my text replacements. HAP, HAPC, HIP money. Literally, like don't overthink it, because when I was telling my team about host to post, I feel like they kept asking, well, what if they say this? What if they say that? I'm like, I don't care. If they send me a question mark, I still send them H2. If they send me what, I still send them H2. I don't wait for them to say, sure, I'll do you a favor, or what's the favor? I still ask the next question, which is like, it's nothing crazy. I would just want you to post something for me. Is that cool? Like you'll be put in a drawing, whatever Amy said, whatever her thing was. And then I follow the script exactly how it is. And so let's fast forward. After a few days of doing host to post, I don't know if you guys on Facebook, you can make it so that your posts are pending. I don't know if you guys know how to do that, but you can make it so that when someone tags you, it doesn't go on your timeline. So what I do is I check my pending posts. So everyone who has tagged me in their host to post, I go onto pending posts, and I go to the host to post a few days later, and I comment a picture on their host to post, another picture, another cleanse picture. And I'll say, oh, more results coming in from my friend or whatever. I'll make up something. I don't know. I'll say something like that. Not really. We're all on team mission, so we're all friends. But, I'll do that because if you comment on something from a few days ago, it's going to pop up on they're going to get notified that I commented on it, and then it might pop up on other people's news feed, and then maybe more people might comment on that post. And then on Instagram, I archive it. So it's like on the picture all the way to the right, you can not archive it. I forget what it's called. Is it called archive? I don't know. Someone wants to. It's like where you can save your pictures, and you can save it so that you can remember to go back. You can go back and look at who hosted a post for you on Instagram. So that's a way to look back at people who hosted a post on there. What else did Amy didn't talk about? I'm trying to think.
Well, Amanda, would you elaborate more on your Instagram host to post? I haven't even attempted to do host to post on Instagram, but I feel like that's an entire new gold mine that I'm not tapping into, and I'm sure a lot of people on our team who also have Instagram don't do that either. So if you would be able to talk about how you make that work, I think that would be awesome.
Okay. So basically it's not that different. It's almost exactly the same as what Amy does. The only difference is one text replacement is different, and it's the one where you're asking them, hey, can you post this picture for me and tag me in it? And then I say to add me on Facebook. Like I'll ask them to, let me go. I'm going to go on my thing and look because I can't see. I'm on my phone right now. Let me see. So instead of saying, okay, perfect, thank you, just post this caption and photo for me that I'm about to send you below. Make sure you tag me too, so that I can put you in the monthly drawing. Instead of saying that, after they say, sure, I'll do you a favor, I just send them the picture and I send them the caption, and then I send them, here you go. The caption is above with its photo. Post this on Facebook and Instagram and tag me in it so I can put your entries in. Thank you so much. And then I do facebook.com/the because that's what my Facebook thing is. And they don't always do it on Facebook for me. They'll just do it on Instagram, but it doesn't matter. I just want to give them an option. Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I just want you to post it for me, basically. So that's what I do on Instagram. Because you know how Instagram is different. Because Instagram, people like their profiles look pretty. They don't always want to put a before and after picture. So I have someone ask me, like, do you want me to put in my story? Because I feel like people check my stories more. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really want them to do it on their stories. But I said, if you do put it on your story, then just mention me in it and tell them to add, like, to message me, basically. So it doesn't really matter. I just want people to know that they can message me and I can get some leads, basically.
Yeah. That's a great idea to do it on Instagram and then have them choose to post it on their Facebook or Instagram. And I'm seeing more and more and more people, especially the younger people, that don't really use Facebook, like hardly at all anymore. And their main source of social media is like Instagram, or not as much Snapchat and things like that. But I feel like there are people, younger people, that like hardly even have a Facebook. So it's like, that's a whole different market of people that we can use. And especially using the host to post, you can go through, if you have an Instagram, but you haven't been doing much with it, let's say you have 400 followers on Instagram. You can go through and message all 400 people with these messages that Amy and Amanda are talking about. Hey, can I ask you a question? Hey, can you do me a favor? The worst they can do is not respond to you, and we all have that happen all the time. So, like, think about the potential you could be growing your business by, exponential potential, by doing this. Like, it's just crazy. So, yeah, I like that a lot. And once I get, like, my Facebook thing under control, I still have people commenting on Host the Post from last week. Because I'll do the same thing. I'll kind of bump it by like hearting or reacting to something. Oh, messaged you. And then I'll do another little thing and like bump it up a few days later, and same thing. So it's like, I mean, I have some people who have 40 comments, and I'm doing mainly distributor host to post. So I'll put that in the wording too, but I shared that with our team as well. But I can do the wording for the distributor host to post I'm using too. So you can kind of go back and forth, or like, you know, if you're getting a ton of comments on a customer post, you can turn it into saying, hey, to that person who's hosting a post for you, have you ever thought about making some money? Like switching them into an automatic distributor.
And then also another thing, with if someone says like they don't want to host a post for you or whatever, or maybe it's somebody, a loyal customer or something, whoever already signed up, have them host a post for you. So I feel like it's like, it won't be as weird either, because like they already signed up with you, or you already talked to them. So it's like, hey, will you do a favor? So
Normally, like my customers who signed up from me from host to post, I tell them to do a host to post for me for distributors. So like since they already like seen that I already they already seen that host to post, like the cleanse one, then I just go ahead and tell them to host a post for me for distributors too. And for that one, I just say, I tell them to post, "Hey friends, my girl Amy," and then I put in parentheses, "tag me here," is looking to help people earn an extra $200 to $500 a month working part-time from their phone. Comment below if you're interested in some more info. Serious inquiries only. And then I send them like a selfie of myself. So that's what I do for that.
Well, that's a really good idea to have a picture of yourself in there as well, because I've been doing something similar, but I don't have a picture of myself or anything with it. But I do the same thing, like my friend, and I do the little ampersand or whatever. Yeah, I guess that's what it's called. And then Tammy Nevins, and I say to them also, make sure you tag me in it, which most of them do, but not all of them. So, yeah. That's awesome. I like that idea, is to get that selfie in there, because that helps bump up the algorithm a little bit too. Looking for the best way to grow Facebook friends. One of you girls want to go through talking about how you grow your Facebook friends list and how you go out and reach out and friend people? I'm friending people off of the host to post things. Whoever's commenting, I'm friending them, messaging them. So I've been growing my friends list faster than ever before doing this, but go ahead. You can talk about that if you want.
I do that. Everyone that comments on the host post, I add them to it and then I message them. Because I've had people before who I added that actually has asked me about the business later on. So I just it's just more eyes on my page, even if they don't buy it right there and then. And then just like Facebook group pages is really how I grow on there. Or if I go into someone's friends, I don't really have a system how I grow my Facebook. I do it mostly on Instagram, mostly. So on Facebook, I'll go in group pages or whatever. It's not a priority of mine to do it, I guess, on Facebook as much as Instagram, but I do go into group pages and I'll see how people are talking or what they're talking about, and then I might go on their page and be like, oh, she seems cool, and then add them. But I don't go on I don't go on a spree. I don't go on a group pages and just add people, because then they're gonna be like, all right, this girl's just trying to sell me something, basically, because they're gonna look at my page and be like, oh, she's a network distributor. They're gonna notice that. You have to be careful in group pages not to spam people, and you don't want to have a make our company look bad, basically. So you want to build a relationship with people. You don't want to add them to your page and then go message them right away. So, and then for Instagram, I just Captivate the app. I don't know if you ever told them about it.
We haven't done an Instagram Zoom in a while, but yes, I also use Captivate for getting new followers. I don't know how many of our team on here is big into Instagram, so if people want, another updated Instagram Zoom, we can do that. But Captivate for adding new followers, and Cleaner for getting for unfollowing people who don't follow me back. So that's what I use. I don't know about you girls, but because you don't want to have you don't want to be following 6,000 people and only have 1,000 following you, because people look at that and think you're a spammy page and you have no content that's worth it for them to follow. So you do want to keep your following versus followers numbers pretty close together.
Mm-hmm. I think that you can only follow 7,400 people.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's
7,500. Yeah, 7,500 is the magic number. Somehow I got to 7,505 at one point. I don't know how that happened, but I think it was some people had just accepted my follow request or hadn't yet, so they were hanging in limbo. But 7,500 is the most you can follow, and I don't want to be following a bunch of ghost accounts that aren't following me back, so I just unfollow them all using Cleaner. It makes it easier.
I also forgot to mention, going back with when someone is ready to order for the cleanse. So we're not just looking for a sale. We really want to help people like get to their results and the max results that they can get. So always try to offer them more things. So say like, do you just want to go with the 2-day cleanse, or would you want to add in another product to max your results? We have so many amazing products, and we even have amazing packs as well. So like that's good too, because we don't just want to sell someone just the cleanse. We want to help them to get really good results. So like I normally offer them the Target Trio because it comes with a 2-day cleanse, the wraps, and the fat fighters too, and it's also high in BB too. So Target Trio is good. And if they're not looking to lose like a lot of weight, I always tell them to add in the greens too, because like everyone needs greens. So that's something I missed earlier.
No, that's perfect. And like that is a good key, is to always work with them based on their goals. So like if they're commenting on the cleanse, one of the first things you can do to start that conversation is like, what are your goals with this? You know, some people are like, I want to lose 10 pounds. Some people will be like, I want to lose 50 pounds. Well, we got to do a little bit more work if that's what your goal is, you know,
Right.
And just kind of tailor it to what they want. And that also helps you develop that relationship with that person, so they trust you more, and you're going to be way more apt to get the sale if you have like an honest, caring conversation with somebody and you're not just looking to make a sale off of them.
Yep.
So good info. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions, or do you girls have anything else you want to add about it? I took a bunch of notes. I'm excited, and I mean, I've been doing this, but I'm like always can learn more. And that's the thing, is like with this business, we all have to be open to change. We all have to be open to learning more. And, you know, there's always something that someone else does better that we can learn from. And so that's why I wanted to pull these girls on, because it just helps to hear it from other people too, and what's working for them. And I hope that it was helpful for you guys. I know that I learned a lot tonight too.
I have a question for Amy real quick. Amy, I've been noticing that you're signing a lot of distributors this month. Where did those people come from? I know
most of them come from Host to Post as well. So I think I signed up 6 distributors this month, and they're from Host to Post. So whoever hosts a post for me, if they get a lot of interaction on their page, I just message them and I say, oh my God, I can't believe all the interest you have. Thanks so much for posting. But girl, you can be earning an extra income from this. Have you ever thought about it? So anyone who gets like 4 or more comments on their Host to Post, that's what I say to them. And that's the people who I actually signed up from. I didn't think that, it sounds bad, but I didn't think it was going to work, but it did. So, like, especially the distributor part, but it actually did. And people, like, everyone needs an extra income, and everyone wants some extra cash. So yeah, even if they weren't thinking about it, they are now. Since I contacted them, I told them that you can be making extra income from this. So.
And so for those people were from April even, right? That just signed on this month? You've been working on them for a little while, or
yeah, some of them, yeah, they weren't like just all from this month. So
okay. Awesome. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question. So since you started in April, I've been doing it for a little while. I don't know if you said it in the beginning, but since you've been doing it consistently since April, like, did you see results right away, or did it start taking you like a couple weeks getting into the whole Host to Post thing before you started seeing like huge results from doing Host to Post? Just for people that are like new, I don't know if you did mention it or not. I don't think you did. Just for the new people that are starting to do it.
Like, did I see results right away?
Yeah, so when you started doing Host to Post, you know, like when you did, I don't know if you started just messaging 100 people the first day, or if you kind of just did it because, you know, like you said, some people are like, oh, well, I've only been doing Host to Post for a week and I'm just not really getting much interaction. Like, how long did it really take you have the results. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the beginning, I only messaged like 50 a day. So whenever I started in April, I half of my, because I started mid-April, so like half of my customers from like work from cold messaging, like on Instagram, but then half of the customers were from Hosted because that's when I started. So I think I signed up like in the month of April, I signed up like 26 customers, but half of it was from cold messaging because since I started like mid-April, and then half of it was from Hosted posts. And whenever I started, I only messaged 50 people a day when I started. But now I'm messaging more because I want more results.
Okay. Thank you.
I have something to say because she asked. When I did Hosted posts, again, I had someone, like, you're not going to always get people sign up right away, but I had someone sign up like the next day from a Hosted post from like the night before. But also about this girl on my team, she always like posts on Facebook and Instagram, always works business, goes to events and stuff like that, but doesn't always sign up a lot of customers, and maybe like one or two, but not four, and then when we like, because Hosted Post was working so well for Amy, and then I started doing it, and then I'm like, all right, everyone needs to do this. So I gave everybody on my team, like I made sure everybody on my team who wants to do Hosted Post, who's serious about the business, who wants to, promote, went through this entire thing, like with all the scripts, everything exactly the same, help organize them and everything. And the girl signed up so far more than 15 loyal customers already. And it's only from this month of starting Hosted Post. Like not even like June 1st. Like it was like, we all met up like last week or 2 weeks ago or something like that. And then she signed up 15. And she signed up more than that, but I know like a few days ago it was 15. And then another girl who works full time who didn't sign up any loyal customers at all, like nothing. And doesn't even like she just is starting to get back into it. She started doing Hosted Posts and she signed up, I think 6 so far. And that's awesome for not signing up anything, the month before or the months before that. So
that's awesome.
So it definitely works if you're actually, doing it.
Right, consistent with it all day.
Especially with the wording too. I feel like the wording is helps.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Awesome. Does anybody have any other questions? We've been on for about 45 minutes now, and I think that's a really good amount of time for you guys to kind of process this and hopefully go back and watch this again, because there was tons of like little golden nuggets of information from these girls. So thank you so much for being on and jumping on our team Zoom, and we appreciate you guys and love you guys and proud of you for doing all the work you're doing, and we're going to be following in your footsteps here, guys.
Thanks for having us. I appreciate it.
I love you guys.
Love you too. Okay, we'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye.